Hi friends, it's Holly Jones from Mrs. Jones Stitches. Welcome to Flosstube number 62. Today is Wednesday, August the 6th, 2025, and I'm glad you're joining me today. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel about cross stitch, things I'm working on, plans I'm making, color conversions, all sorts of things. So welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Let's see, I have a whole list of stuff to talk about today. It's been about 2 weeks since I filmed last, and life has just been really busy. We got back from vacation, we had a great time. I talked about that in our previous video, but yeah, it's been great and very busy. Parker starts school next week. He'll be in first grade. We have meet the teacher on Tuesday and he starts school on Thursday. So we are in the last couple days of summer vacation and kind of soaking everything up right now. Last Friday I got to meet my dear friend Lori Craig, and she was in town for a wedding, and we got to sit and stitch for a little while and catch up and just spend some really great stitchy time together. I brought my my piece from Our Lasting Friendship, and this was started by Nicole, Lori, and I at the Silver Needle back in February, and we all started this piece right here in the center. It says, "May this be a token of our lasting friendship," and we all have done them slightly different. So we have the border, the words, the house, and then these different little cartouches here. So I had gotten done stitching my initials on her piece, and I brought my piece to her so she could stitch her initials and then pass it on to Nicole, and then I will pick it back up from Nicole in September when we go to Quilter's Station. So I'm really looking forward to working on that and then sending that to a few more stitchy friends to have them put their initials in it, and then I'll probably frame it. So you may notice I have a little different setup over here. I have so many pieces, and I told my husband that I wanted a little gallery wall, so we kind of put some stuff together. I don't know that I'm totally set on the layout yet. Typically what I do when I hang things on the wall is I lay them all out on the floor and use like freezer paper or parchment paper to kind of figure out the placement. I didn't do that on this, and I like it, but I feel like I can maybe do it a little bit better. So I have quite a few up here already. It kind of goes up and then over, which I will have put some pictures in the beginning of the video so you can see it. But I still have several more pieces that I need to put up, and I don't know, like, it's okay right now, but I will probably reorganize them just to have a more cohesive layout. Let's see what else. I have a new start, and I actually haven't started it yet. I'm going to start it this next week. Since Parker goes back to school, one of the things I did when he started school was I call it my back to school sampler. And I choose a sampler, I personalize it for him, and while I work on this, I pray for him, I pray for his teacher, I pray that he has a really great school year, a very safe school year, and this is the one I did for him for pre-K. This was from a Blackbird book, and I want to say it was Feliz Navidad. And anyway, I just took the front or the top part of the sampler. There were more things at the bottom, but I just used this piece. I did it in a really fun colorway with the upper and lowercase alphabet. I did his initials. It says pre-K here, and then the name of his school and the year. I mounted it on some mat board with some rickrack, and then a fun backing, and then put it in an 8x10 frame. So I love this piece. I actually meant to start one last year, and I got a wild hair and decided that I was going to do it on 36 count, which is not my favorite. So I worked on it, but I did not finish it, and I kind of set it aside. So I'm going to do a restart for first grade. And the piece I'm doing is this right here, a little bit of spring. And again, I'm just doing this top portion here. So I will have the alphabet, the house, which I'm going to call a schoolhouse. And then I'll bring the border up here and do that. I may add an extra line with some more text if I need to, but his school is, I think, built in like the late 1950s. It's really cute. And it kind of has a yellow color brick and the roof is green. So I'm gonna do the schoolhouse here yellow and the roof green. And I'll probably do the letters in maybe a couple different shades of blue. So I think it'll be really pretty, a nice contrast. And I can't wait to work on it while I pray for a great school year. So that is what I will be starting next week. What else? I need to show you what I made this week. So I love going to estate sales, and on, what day was it? Friday last week? Saturday. I think it was Friday. I went to a few estate sales, and one of the ones, I found 2 quilts that are really pretty, and I bought those. But then I found this tray. It was like just a wooden like oak tray, and I took some Tilda fabric. I cut a piece of sticky board and put the sticky board in the bottom with a piece of Tilda fabric on it. And then I took one of these little kind of mugs from Hobby Lobby. I think they're like $1.99. They're really reasonably priced. And then I stick it here. And then I have one of my little Blackbird pin cushions that I just kind of set in here. And I have a little stitching box on the go. So as I sit, you know, and stitch in bed or in the living room or whatever, I just have my little tray right here where I keep my scissors, my thread, and then I can put my orts and stuff in here. Anyway, really just something really simple. And I don't know what this came out of. I mean, clearly it's a drawer, so I don't know if it was, you know, like this, or if maybe this was the back. And anyway, I don't know, but I really like it. So I love finding and repurposing things like that. I do have one finish, and I stitched this up and finished this whole thing in like one evening. I did Cinderella Slipper from Blackbird, and this was a complimentary chart from 2015. And here it is. So this is the piece. It is a flower kind of in an urn, and then, you know, my initial is right there. And I stitched this in like one evening. I think it maybe took an hour, hour and a half. And I just pulled my own colors. I didn't use anything that was called for. I just picked, you know, colors that I thought were pretty and worked well together. Then I kind of finished it in like a little oblong shape. I stuffed it with crushed walnut shells, and then I tucked it in this glass shoe. And I added some pink, I think it's called ballerina chenille from Lady Dot, just to kind of fill the gaps in. And I love it. I got this shoe at Hobby Lobby. This is up towards the front of the store, kind of by those little like glass and crystal figurines. My Hobby Lobby had several of these, and these were like $4.99. So anyway, really cute finish, really cute little pin cushion. And that would even be something cute if you wanted to put in your tray, if you know, wanted to stick pins in here as well. But anyway, right now I have it up here on my dresser, and I kind of did some reorganizing on my dresser as well. I took down the patriotic stuff. I'm not sold on how it looks right now. This little green colander, I've got some Tilda fat quarters in it, in the big apothecary jar. I have a bunch of vintage buttons, and then just some of my favorite little pillow finishes on my tiered tray, along with my blessing sampler from 2025. So that is that. Okay, so let me go ahead and show and talk about some haul I have, and then we'll do some giveaways, some giveaway winners from the last video, and we will wrap it up. So my mom is on Instagram as Julie Just Sews, and if you are new to my channel, my mom makes a lot of project bags, project folders, and she sells them to stitchers in her Shopify store. So this last week she had a sale and she was selling fair and square bags, and I picked up a couple. So this is one of them, and I love this fabric. It has like sewing machine and lots of stitching notions and stuff on the back. I love them. There are a couple different styles. This one here has a vinyl pocket with a zipper. There's a pocket here, and then the inside is you know, open. I had some people ask me, how do I use my fair and square bag? And let me show you. So here's my bag, and then inside I have, in this one I just have 2 project folders. One of my project folders is the same fabric as the bag. So you can do a couple different things. I usually store my stitches in one of these project folders here. You can put your pattern in one of these back pockets. You can put your, you know, thread in the zipper pocket, or, you know, just kind of have it loose in here on a ring. On this piece of felt, I usually put my needles, and I do have a needle minder in here, and then I don't use any fancy needles. I just use these, you know, size 26s from Hobby Lobby. I am not a needle snob. I could care less what type of needle I stitch with, as long as it is about 1.5 inches. I don't like the really short ones. Anyway, so I'll put my project in here, and then I will just slide it into the bag. I typically stitch with a 7-inch hoop. It's just a 7-inch plastic hoop from Hobby Lobby. I was looking to see if I have one up here, and I don't. Sometimes they'll fit in here, depending on the size of my project folder. Sometimes I use a 6-inch hoop, and it will fit in here where I can just, you know, snap it in. So here's a different project folder. Similar setup on the inside. This one here has a little ring, or a little loop where I can, you know, clip my floss ring on. And then, yeah, I just tuck them right in. So then what I do with my chart, because clearly my chart, if I put it in here, it will not fit. So I usually just slide my chart in this front pocket and then carry it like this, and I'm good to go. So for example, when Parker does gymnastics, a lot of times I throw my phone in here, my wallet in here, and my keys, and I just carry my little stitching bag almost like a little purse. Just because if I'm carrying this in my purse, and I usually have a drink or my Stanley, it just gets to be a lot to carry. So I will just throw my keys and, you know, a $10 bill in here, and off we go. So, okay, so that's my fair and square bag. That was one of them. The other one is this bag here. This is the Sweetwater fabric bag. This one is slightly different. It does not have the clear vinyl pocket on the front, but it does have the inside pocket, or the outer pocket here, and there are no inside pockets on these, which, as long as I have my stuff in the project folders, I really don't care if there's an inside pocket or not. But I love these bags. These are really great. These ones here, she used flex foam on, so they are kind of a sturdier bag. The very first one she made for me was a couple years ago at Christmas time, and this is the bag. This is with Thimble Blossoms Camille Ross Kelly fabric, and this one is slightly different. It's a little floppier because it does not have the flex foam, and this one has, I don't know if you can tell or not, it has an inside pocket here, and I have like DMC and stuff in the pocket, and then a project I'm working on in here. So, but I love them all, and honestly, if I had to say, like, this is probably like my most used bag, because like I said, I'll stick folders in here, and then I've got, you know, I can carry 2 or 3 projects at one time. I still am a really big fan of, you know, traditional project bags as well. So it just kind of depends on the size of the project, what I'm working on. If I'm having to take it with me, if I'm taking something with me, I will pretty much always use my fair and square bag because it has handles. And at home, I keep my stuff in these other fabric bags. That way they are protected. Okay, let me show you. Color and Cotton had a sale, I guess it was the week before last now, where they released a bunch of new fabric. They did fabric pre-orders, and they released a bunch of new flosses. So I will show you, whoops. Holly Lolly. Okay, sorry about that. I will show you what I picked up. I really wanted to get one of everything, but I didn't. I showed some restraint. So what I'm going to do is I will hold the color up and then I'm going to put it on my like design board. That way you can see a more true color of what it looks like. This first one is a deep olive green. It's called Mangrove. I wish I would have gotten more skeins of this because I did not anticipate loving it as much as I do. This is called Swordfish. It is a really pretty deep gray blue. And I don't know if you can see there, but the variegation is really nice. This is called Pop Tart. It is a bright kind of strawberry red. I got 2 of those. I'm a sucker for reds, blues, and greens. If it's a color that I really love, I will usually buy multiple colors of it, or multiple skeins of it, especially if it's like something like a special edition or limited edition, just because once it's gone, it's usually gone. I got 2 of this color called Suncoast, and I was actually thinking this might be the color that I do the schoolhouse for Parker's back to school sampler, because it's just a really pretty green. And this Mangrove would be a really pretty kind of roof color for that. Next we have another kind of a lighter gray blue called Moondust. I love this one, Lobster. It is a really pretty kind of orangey coral. We have Grass. I just got one of those. This one's really pretty. This is Gossamer. It is a really pretty mint turquoise color. We have Caribou, which is a really nice brown. And is it Ermine, which is kind of a lighter brown. So here they are. This, how it's showing up right now, is true to color. Like I said, sometimes when I hold them up, they don't look as accurate, but this is very accurate of what they look like. So that was some of them. Then the others, this is kind of a lighter red called Strawberry. And I guess it doesn't help too that I'm holding it up against an orange shirt. Petticoat, which is a really good variegated kind of mauve. I got 3 of this color. This is called Sweetgrass, and I'm a sucker for a really good green. And this green is really nice. This is not new, but this is called Tomato Leaves. It's one of my go-tos. Then I got Rocking Chair, which is kind of a really nice tan. And 2 skeins of this one called Sweet Pea, and it is kind of a sagey green. And here those are. Okay, so that was my Floss order from Color and Cotton. I did get a piece of fabric. This is called Stone Circle. Sorry for the crinkling. And I really like this color a lot, and I will show you why. Depending on how you look at it, I'm getting taupe kind of vibes. It has some taupe in it, it has some gray in it. So this is a really great neutral. I feel like you could use warm colors or cool colors on it. I love this. I want a lot of this, but I think it is sold out now. So I was able to get a fat quarter. I do stitch on 32 count, so I will hoard this until I find just the right project for it. I'm also part of the Lady Dot Trim Club from Heartland Quilting and Stitching, and I got the finishing for this month. This is like a bright Halloween orange. So you can see we have some chenille, we have some rickrack's over here, and then some pom-pom trim up here. So lots of really great colors. This will be perfect for Halloween and fall stitching. I am part of the Fabric of the Month Club for Grace Notes. This color is called Ginger Ale. And when I first pulled it out, it looks just like just a neutral. But as I started looking at it in the light, you can see the modeling here. And this is a very pale kind of a green. I really love this. I think this would be so, so pretty with some spring stuff on it. I've been really pleased with my fabric that I've gotten from Grace Notes. I've only been in the club now for 2 months, but I have been very happy with the fabric that I have received. It's not overly modeled. There's not just a lot of movement, a lot of stuff going on. And I think that's one of the things I like about it. I want there to be some type of texture and variegation and modeling to the fabric, but I don't want it to distract from what I stitch on it. And I think that's what I like about it. The other one I got is from Be Stitch Me. Let me take it out. I'm sorry for the crinkles. This one is called What the Hay. And there we go. It is kind of a maybe a buttery neutral. It's really nice. I'm trying to think what I would compare it to, but I can't really think of anything I would compare it to, but it's really lovely. I think it'd be really nice for some fall stitching with some warm oranges and some, you know, golds and stuff. That's a pretty good representation of what it looks like. Really nice. So, is that all? Oh no, I have one more thing. I am part of the Just Another Button Company Button Lovers Club, and I got a little tin of buttons this month, and I will show them to you as best as I can. So the main colors, we have kind of like a bright blue, a yellow, a green, and some orange. So it's very much like that kind of color palette. Buttons of all different sizes. Some look like leaves, some look like flowers. And then there are some of the handmade kind of clay buttons. And we have a butterfly. There we go. My favorite one, this little bumblebee. And we have a ladybug. And what else? There was one more. Oh, here we go. A turtle. They're so sweet. I feel like there was one more clay one in here. Oh, here we go. It's another little, looks like a ladybug, but it's blue. But anyway, these are so fun. I have the spring one, and it was called Crab Apple Blossom. And it was a lot of kind of pinks and greens and blues and yellows. It was really sweet. Let's just look at this for a second. Can you see how itty bitty teeny tiny this little button is? Oh my gosh, it is so small. Anyway, these are really fun. They're great for adding on to stitched pieces as little embellishments. And one of the things I like about this club a lot is, let me put these ones back real quick. Is it usually comes with, what did I do with that? There we go. It comes with a piece of paper, and it kind of tells you what's in the tin. That's a really good representation of everything that's in there. And then it will show you like some ideas. So you can put a piece of linen or fabric in a hoop. You can attach the buttons on, and then it shows you a bunch of different ideas and specialty stitches for adhering the buttons onto the hoop and the fabric. So that's kind of fun. And then I forgot to show this in my previous video. When I was in Rapid City visiting my aunt and we had lunch with some friends, I got to see my friend Monique, and Monique made me the cutest things. And I can't remember if I showed them in the video last time. I kind of don't think I did, but I wanted to show them here. So she made me this journal cover, and it has the Maltese cross, and it says Stronger Together, and it is very like first responder themed, and it's awesome. And I love the journal in there. And then she made me this great bag as well, and you unzip it, and there's all sorts of different pockets in here where you can put things. Now I'm married to a firefighter. I love this fabric. I think this is Alexander Henry fabric, maybe. I don't know all my fabric designers that well, but anyway, this fabric makes me laugh every time I see it. I just think it's hilarious. And I love too that it's on the inside. So outside it looks like nice and professional, but inside it's like a party. Anyway, thank you, Monique. I love this. It was so thoughtful of you, and the fabric, just like I said, it makes me laugh every single time. All right, so now let's talk about the giveaway winners from my previous video. I did 3 giveaways. These were from my dear friend April Jackson at Crafty Bluebonnet. And the winner of this one here, which is Christmas Village Church, the winner is Brenda Johnson 9295. Congratulations. The winner of the Tennessee State Spool, the keyword was vacation, and the winner is Nina Joy Rice. Congratulations. And the Berry Sweet chart that you can stitch on the Berry Sweet bag from Fat Quarter Shop is Britches Get Stitches. So congratulations. If I called your name, please send me a message on Instagram. I am at Mrs. Jen Stitches. Let me know your mailing address. Let me know what item you want, and I will get these popped into the mail. I have still heard from a couple people from my previous giveaway. I have not gone to the post office yet. I will be going this week. So those will be going out. And I have a couple giveaways for today's video, and then we will be done, friends. Okay. For this week's video, I have 4 different things. There we go. 4 different things. The first thing is Monthly Mania July by Heart and Hand. It is this really pretty sunflower with the word July. Now, you can do a couple things with this. I don't think sunflowers when I think of July. When I think of July, I think patriotic. But I know a lot of people like stitching sunflowers for August and September. So you could do a couple things. You could change the wording up here to say August or September, or you can just leave the word off and just stitch a really pretty sunflower pillow for your tiered tray dough bowl. Next is Little House Needleworks. This is the bee sampler. And I know people like bees for the fall as well. Trilogy, this is Summer Tree with more sunflowers. And last, this is kind of neat. This is from Chessie and Me. I'm gonna take it out of the package here. So we have this little cat, and there's a close-up picture of what it looks like. There's a little tree with an acorn. And this is called Beneath the Bough Scissor Fob. And one side is this, and then the other side of it, it's a little pillow, and it has a couple acorns, and you can stitch your initials on it, and then you stuff it and you can use it as a scissor fob. It does come with finishing instructions, and it comes with an alphabet for personalization. It also comes with fabric. This is it looks like straw gingham from Weeks, and it comes with the called for flosses. So this is just a tiny little kit, and I think it's precious if you are a cat lover, a fall lover, but it's just a really nice little piece. So if you would like to win that, I guess I should tell you what the magic word is for each one of these, shouldn't I? That'd be helpful. Okay, so if you would like to win this Chessie and Me Beneath the Bough Scissor Fob, please use the word scissor in your comment. If you would like to win Summer Tree by the Trilogy, use the word summer in your comment. If you would like to win, I can't know why I can't remember this, Bee Sampler. If you'd like to win Bee Sampler, use the word bee in your comment, B-E-E. And if you would like to win Monthly Mania July, use the word sunflower in your comment. As always, please make sure that you are over 18, because I do need to ask for your mailing address. Make sure you like the channel and are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment using the magic word. And please make sure you live in the United States. those are my rules for my giveaways. I would also like to acknowledge that I reached 10,000 followers on Instagram, so we will be doing a 10K giveaway soon. I have a lot of stuff to give away. I'm talking, I have some cross-stitch themed t-shirts. I have charm packs for my quilter friends. I have kits, I have charts, I have lots of stuff. So we are going to do a giveaway very soon. I will announce that once I have a solid date, and I hope you join me. I will probably end up posting information about it on my Instagram, and then I will do the drawing and giveaway on my Flosstube. That way you guys can see the item and see the winner in person, well, in video form. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Happy stitching, and we will see you next time. Bye.